Nancy Pelosi's husband got caught drinking and a driving. Look, nobody should ever be drinking and driving, but that you have to start looking at the situation. You know, he's married to Nancy Pelosi. Need I say more? Right? He's like, I need to freaking be blinding drunk on a daily in order to not deal with that. Pelosi. You don't think he's there just mainlining it? Just trying to forget life, you know? Oh, Paul, we get it. Your wife, she's just straight up Pelosi, right? When the poisonous fruit was recognized as the senator from San Francisco, I believe. She's a senator or whatever the freak she is. House of Tarts. She's worth $180 million. And she and her drunk husband apparently know every stock tip. They know everything that's going on. They have the inside scoop on everything. This is truth. You can go over. They took this down on Twitter because Twitter's free speech. There was a page that was called Nancy Pelosi's stock market trades. And every time she'd make a trade or her husband make a trade, they would talk about it on Twitter and people would go see it. And they kill it. Every single trade, they kill it. They're worth $180 million. So how is a senator, congressman, anybody, a public official worth $180 million? Paul Pelosi was arrested for drinking and driving. He says marrying Nancy led him to drink in order to cope with dealing with a poisonous situation. And you can't blame him for being in a situation he can't get out of. And the only way he can get out is to drink to obsession, really. Inside scoop as well is that he did not drink a sip, never had a drink of alcohol in his life until after the nuptials. You know, they're drinking champagne just at the wedding. And then he was like, this felt good. I didn't have to listen to that freaking mental, you know? And then like all of a sudden, you know, when you go to like, you go to a party and they've got the ice luge and you're there at the bottom under some like balls or whatever the hell they got, they're cut out ice machine, you know, and you're there just, you're ready to take the ice luge, you know. They bought like a room that stays at a temperature where the ice luge will never melt. And Nancy Pelosi's husband also, you know, created a contraption that does like a Willy Wonka type of thing where it just and then it pours the alcohol onto the ice luge. And that's how he does his thing in order to get the frig away from her, you know? She's like, why did you do that ice room? She's not allowed in there either. Off limits to Cracky McGee. You know, when he goes in there and he has his special time, he calls it his special time. He goes in there to have his special time in the ice luge. Big balls under there. And he's there doing it, you know? Enjoying it, really. And, you know, they come in every once in a while to polish the balls and everything, just the ice luge, to give the appearance of it being new for Paul, you know. After a while, he's just like, I love alcohol. I love alcohol. I freaking hate Pelosi, you know, because she's Pelosi. And if you stay around Nancy Pelosi for too long, you will start to, you know, you get a reverse effect. Like if you've ever seen Indiana Jones' Last Crusade, you drink the wrong goblet. You know, it doesn't happen in real time. It doesn't happen so quick where you just like melt in front of, you know, the person. But it does happen over a 9-month period if you stay really close to her. You don't want to do it. Don't be in the same room for too long with Nancy Pelosi. She's just exterminating your life, you know? Oh, I think it's this goblet. Yeah, okay. You chose the one that has all the emeralds in it? Jesus was a carpenter. You know? That's the goblet of a carpenter. You're all dead anyway, Pelosi. You're around Pelosi. Sorry. No goblet will stop the the death sequence that occurs after you are in contact with Nancy Pelosi. You know, they talk about it in books. You know, there's a movie coming out as well, 2027. It's called Pelosi and Why You Should Have Never Trusted Paul the Drunkard who got the ice luge ball situation going. That's a long title. They still have to work that one down a bit, you know. But the movie is solid. It's a solid movie. And, I mean, when you see him going back on a daily, hitting that ice luge, just holding on to the balls, you know, just like doing it, you know, you start to realize why they were able to just raise so much cash within their family unit, you know. And she stands on the outside of the ice room. She's looking in. What are you doing in there, Paul? What's the code, Paul? Shut up, you stupid, crazy dummy. And he's in there just drinking that luge, you know. She's outside just banging on the freaking glass, you know, because it's like a smoke glass deal. He got like one of those rooms where when he goes in, he pushes the button, he goes, bloop, and all of a sudden it's smoke glass. And you're like, what's going on? I can't see you there. Paul, are you in there? Yeah, I'm freaking in here. I'm drinking my ball ice luge. Get the hell out of here, Pelosi. Nobody likes you. I can't believe the people of San Francisco keep voting you in. Well, you know they don't, Paul. We just steal it each couple of years when we go back in there for the election. Because who the hell's going to vote for that crackadoo? Paul, could I come in? Paul? Paul's freaking out. Yeah. As soon as he realized nuptials, he's there, married, honeymoon, you know, and he's sitting there on the beach and he's like, I'm freaking married to the crypt keeper. And she's there going, and you're like, it's the crypt keeper. Yay. She pops out of the casket, you know, and he starts to realize, I think I'm going to need alcohol. Like, what are we doing here? Ice luge. Sometimes when you don't expect, you know, the rest of your life to just pave its, you know, path for you, you marry the crypt keeper, you build an ice luge, a room that's temperature controlled, and you ice luge ball it while you get freaking smashed on a daily because your wife is Nancy Pelosi. Everything she touches turns to poison. We all know that, right? Let's vote her in for another term. What are you doing, San Francisco? She's not the San Francisco treat. All right? You got to get rid of Pelosi before she poisons the water. Oh, goodness. You know, when Paul Pelosi gets home after being booked, you know, he can't wait to get back to his ice luge, you know, and just grab those balls. He's got the special edition ice luge with the balls underneath. What's that? No, Joanne, stop your freaking wheezing. You know, the balls, you know, it's a tough situation, Joanne. You know, ice luge, he's there. How long can he stay in jail before the temperature controls? You know, he has to make sure every 12 hours he kicks in a year because the fuse kicks out. And then he's got to find that one circuit breaker, you know, they click the reset, because if he's not, then all of a sudden his ice luge there's a chance it can melt. And it starts at the balls. Goodness, fam and friends, you know. It's times like this when you realize that this show is just completely insane. You got to go away. Yeah, 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 yeah.